Hello, Scorpio, and welcome to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. I am also new to YouTube, so I would greatly appreciate the likes, the comments, the shares, and the subscribes. For those of you who have become part of the family here at Happy You Tarot, thank you so much. I appreciate the support, and the more the channel grows and the more you are tapping in to listen, then the more I can pull from, and understand your energy, and the readings will only get better. Okay, so this reading is going to be for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. What I'm going to do, Scorpio, is look at the first 6 months of the new year, so from January to June, and we're going to look at the energy surrounding each of those months. Okay. um, I'm also going to be looking at your energy around money, your career, to see any investments or new projects, and just what the energy, what the momentum is around that. I'm also going to do a love portion of the reading where I'm going to be looking at the Scorpios who are single and the energy around that, and then the Scorpios who are partnered and the energy around your relationship. Okay, so we're going to jump right in. I pulled an overall message for you, Scorpio, and it says proper rest helps me feel and look my best. Okay, so I pulled this for all the water signs actually, and the message that the intuitive guidance that I received was that many of you, there's going to be an emphasis on creating a self-care ritual. Many of you may feel mentally, emotionally tired, exhausted, coming into the new year. Maybe there you were working on a lot of things in 2024 and in 2023, excuse me, and then coming into 2024, you just feel exhausted, depleted. Okay, so emphasis on tapping into the things that you're going to need to nourish you, to pour back into you, mind, body, and spirit. Okay, so that's what I was feeling with that. So we're going to see and look at the next 6 months and how that overall message ties into your first 6 months. Okay, so I've already prayed, shuffled, and we're going to see what you have. And once again, this is for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. But at the end of the day, if this resonates for you, it's for you, right? Okay, so Scorpio, what you have for January, you have the Two of Pentacles. Okay, the energy of the Two of Pentacles for the month of January, which is, and actually Two of Pentacles is that energy of, can be an energy of feeling tired, juggling a lot, having a lot of demands on you, right? So you're having to be flexible, maybe even in ways that you didn't think you could be flexible in. Feeling pulled, right? Your energy is being pulled in all kinds of directions. So I can completely understand how that would then equate to the energy message, right? The overall message of taking some time to get proper rest, right? So finding that work, if it's work-life balance, right? Even if it's time with family and friends, you have children, whatever that looks like for you. Once again, there's going to be an emphasis on you detaching, and then having like a self-care ritual, right? Time to pour back into you and kind of stabilize your energy, so to speak. However that, resonates with you and whatever that looks like for you. Okay, so that's the month of January, Scorpio. In the month of February, you have the Page of Swords. Okay, which talks about kind of looking at things closely. You can also speak of messages coming in. People may be, it can also talk about being watched, right? So someone watching you, your progress, right? Watching you work. And maybe that's the energy that you're feeling. So you may feel pressure. If it's work, you may feel pressure to succeed. Feeling like, all eyes are on you, and there's like I said, pressure for you to perform in a specific area. Okay, take that how it resonates. It can also speak of you really just looking at all the details, right? You can also be watching others, right? And I don't know, but I'm getting a sense that there's some stress around that. So rather, others are really inspecting, observing you, and how you're interacting with others. A role. I'm hearing some of you are entering a new role. So whatever that means for you, at work or, in whatever capacity. But it's almost like an anxious feeling, right? Am I doing my best, right? Am I performing to my best? So it's something like that for the month of February, okay? So then for the month of March, you have the Knight of Wands, which talks about motivation, desire, push through, So in March, whatever this is, if it's something new, if you're entering a season where maybe, you do have more eyes on you, watching you and looking at, how you're interacting and doing certain things, then it looks like in March, you're going to be more comfortable, right? You're going to find your flow with whatever this new thing is, this new normal, this new I'm seeing like a door. So this new door that you're opening, you're in the role and you're stepping into the audience, right? That's behind that door. You're feeling a little bit more comfortable in March. You're feeling more settled. If this is you, maybe being invited, right, to sit at a table and so to speak, you're feeling more comfortable. Maybe at first you didn't think this was for you. Like, I'm not supposed to be in this specific setting. By March, you're going to feel more comfortable. You're going to understand I'm supposed to be here. And you're going to also start to feel more creative. So there's more of a creative energy flow in March, okay? Around whatever this maybe fear, anxiety was in January and February. Or just feeling like you have to watch every detail or others are watching every detail of what you're doing. It looks like by March, you're going to feel a little bit more relief. Okay, a little bit more comfortable. Okay, I can do this. I'm flowing, right? And then, let's see, so January, March, April. So then in April, you have the Ace of Wands. Okay, and the Ace of Wands talks about energy. So it's going to be like the birth of something new. You're going to have more energy. I'm hearing vitality. So there's going to be maybe if you are drained emotionally and physically, even spiritually, by April it looks like you're gonna because remember we saw that in March you're kind of settling into the flow, right? So then by April you'll feel whole again, so to speak. You'll feel more energetic. You'll feel more motivated and confident, okay? So I like that. And then in May you have the Page of Pentacles. This could definitely, for some of you, speak of energy around a job or a work project or a new position, okay? Stepping into the unknown and not sure if you can do it. And then it looks like halfway through the year, you're feeling better about your decision to maybe take this new position and understanding how you fit in this dynamic, okay? So that's what I'm saying. Page of Pentacles is all about reliability. So feeling reliable. I can do it, right? And then if this is you relying on someone, you feel more confident, right? Even with what they're showing you, with what they're giving back, with their energy that's coming towards you. You feel like, okay, I can trust this. I can trust this coming from this person, okay? And then in the month of June, you have the Five of Wands, okay? Excuse me. You have the Five of Wands, okay? And the Five of Wands could talk about competition. It could talk about conflict. But what I'm feeling is that if you are feeling you're going with the flow with something that you was maybe a little anxious about in the in from January to March, make sure you don't fall back into that, right? So keeping an attitude of gratitude, optimism, and also not being afraid um, to be vulnerable, right? To make mistakes, right? And then learn, right? And just set that intention for yourself. I'm not going to fail, but I'm learning. I'm learning and growing, right? Because this 5 of Wands just feels, and 5 of Wands can be an external feeling of conflict or an internal. And I'm feeling it as more of an internal battle, okay? With self is what I'm feeling, okay? There's a lot of fire energy here, and there, which I see as, fire energy, very determined. You're not looking at, even though you may be a little unsure, you're not going to give up. Very motivated, very determined. And then you have the energy of Pentacles, which is very grounded and rooted. Okay, so earth energy and fire energy is here. Is very prevalent in this reading. Okay, so it looks good overall. So if you are working on something new in January, February, March, you're a little unsure about it, keep going, trust the process, and know by June you're going to kind of find your flow with it. Okay, remember to create the self-care right around it, work-life balance, giving yourself some grace through whatever this is, seeing lessons or maybe setbacks. Don't, be intentional with your words. This is not a failure, but this is a lesson learned, right? And then continue. Try not to get caught in your head and with that internal battle with self. If you find yourself there, that's fine, but analyze it, right? And just speaking positivity, that determination, right? Energy, because that's what I'm seeing. That's what it's all about. All right, it looks really good, Scorpio. It looks really, really good. All right, so that was the energy around the first 6 months of the new year. So what I want to do now is to look at your money. Okay, so finances, the energy around your finances, abundance, what's coming in, what the energy looks like as far as maybe investments. So Spirit, what is the energy around finances for Scorpio? Interesting. All right. Interesting. So, as we're talking about investing, right, and investments, you have the Coffin card. Okay, that's the energy that kind of stuck out to me. So the Coffin card talks about being aware of bad investments. So if this anxious energy is tied to an investment that you're making, it's not saying, I don't feel that you shouldn't, but you should enter it with as much logic and understanding, maybe seeking the help from others, right? So no impulsive maybe decisions, but just decisions that until you really feel good about it, right? Trusting intuition and feeling really good about the choices that you're making, the guidance that you're getting from others. But overall, it just talks about overcoming, being aware of financial challenges, right? Which is the ebb and flow, right? We can't have one without the other. So just understanding that there may be some financial challenges this year, but just being very, being able to look at it, to assess it, and make a decision that's going to be, beneficial for you in the long run. Okay. Taking into consideration the facts as you know them, and the things that you do not understand, seeking help from others. Okay, so maybe like a financial advisor or something like that, or learning more about how finances and money work in a specific area that you're interested in. This could be saving for retirement, starting a business, right? And instead of just pouring money into it, you want to, get with like-minded people who understand how this works, right? So that's what this card, the energy behind this card, is speaking to me. Okay. Then you also have the coins card. So money is coming. Okay. I like that. That card, it looks to me like money is just raining in for you. Okay. So it talks about, this card actually talks about making good, solid investments. Okay. So if some of you have been, in the past, if there was a bad decision you made as it relates to an investment, you've learned, right? And so this 2024 is also going to be about you learning from experience. And then if through learning from experience, you realize that you need to seek the help of others that are more knowledgeable, to go ahead and do that. All right. It also talks about getting a raise or a promotion, right? And we saw that in the first part of the reading, where it looks like many of you are stepping into a new role, possibly at work, working on a new project, and just and it's new, right? And you're a little anxious, but very determined. And the last card you have is the hand card, which is the energy of manifestation. It's also reaching your goals, seeing that things are coming into fruition. So you're going to see that in 2024. If you've made investments, if you saved money, if you poured money into a business or a new project, it looks like you're also going to see the fruits of your labor in 2024, and they're going to pay off for you. Okay? All right. It looks good, Scorpio. Just watch those investments, okay? And seeking advice from other people who can kind of lead you in the right direction. People maybe that are more knowledgeable, or you getting the, education in a specific area to help you. All right. So this is going to be the love portion of the reading. I'm going to look at first my single Scorpios. So Spirit, what is the overall energy for single Scorpios for 2024? Temperance. All right. So you have the energy of temperance, which temperance is a Sagittarius energy. Okay. So there may be a Sagittarius in your energy that this relates to, but it's talking about, temperance is all about balance. Okay. Balance, understanding yourself from a spiritual level as a spirit, right? Having a human experience, right? And understanding how to align the two. It's also talking about restoration and having patience. Temperance is patience, right? And remaining calm under pressure, right? Understanding the balance, right? That you got to have a little bit of both, right? And we saw that in the first spread, because we saw the anxiety of whatever this is you're moving into, but also the determination, right? So the balance of the two. So also that looks like it's the energy around for singles, okay? And what I'm feeling is that as it relates to maybe new love coming into your life, understanding if you're meeting new people, you're dating, understanding that everyone is going to be different, right? And that's okay. So keeping an open attitude as it relates to maybe meeting new people. You may meet someone that is completely outside of is very different from what you're used to dating, from people you're used to being around. And that could be a good thing. Okay. But just kind of sitting back and having patience and just kind of seeing how it's going to play out versus just cutting it off at the neck. No, this isn't for me. Okay. So something like that. Let me pull you a few more cards. It may be a fire sign, maybe a Sagittarius that's coming towards you, or a fire sign. Because temperance is that Sagittarius fire energy. All right, Spirit, two more. This card, I feel energetically, I feel like I need that one too. I wanted 3, but this one, I feel like this is your card as well. So you have 4. All right. So the first energy with this temperance energy, Scorpio, is for those of you who are single. It's actually talking about the runner. Okay, it's talking about the runner, fear of intimacy, and just letting go of ego, which for you may be tied to fears of the past. Okay, is what I'm feeling. So just, and once again, remember I said that if you meet, someone new in 2024 that's completely different culture, maybe different physically than what you're used to dating, give it a chance. Okay, try not to run away from it. If you walk away from it, walk away because you know that I've tried and this isn't for me. But yeah, just kind of see where it goes. Don't tie yourself to fears of the past. And because fear is, we only fear the past because we have to give the future and the present an opportunity to unfold, and we're co-creators of that. Okay, so just taking a chance in 2024 on love, right, is going to be important for those Scorpios that are single. You also have the photograph card as your next energy. Okay, and the photograph card talks about someone missing, maybe possibly missing you, or you may be missing someone, and that may be an issue too. If you got out of a relationship, maybe you are comparing everyone to this person, and you feel like they're not measuring up, or you may be kind of self-sabotaging, right? You're just saying, oh, they're, if the last person was a specific certain way, they cheated or whatever, you're looking at it, you're looking at everyone, right, with distrust. I don't trust you. No, you're gonna, so, and if that's the case, that's okay, that's where you are. But just know that that means that you have to do some inner work, some healing work. Okay, it's not fair to treat others, to project our fears and our insecurities on others before we give them a chance, right? So to me, that just speaks of, when that happens, it just speaks of the fact that we need to do work on self. All right, so that we won't do that. And your next card is talking about just that, focusing on yourself with self-indulgence. So focusing on the self, healing yourself, doing the shadow work. So I'm kind of seeing a pattern here, a theme here, single Scorpios. It looks like some of you may be, maybe as you're dating, or maybe you may be hesitant to do that. But there may be an energy in 2024 of you being afraid to step out and date again or get back out there because you're tied to fears of the past. Okay, you have some past trauma, some past hurts and heartaches and disappointments. And once again, if that's where you are, then that's where you are. But it looks like Spirit wants you to understand that so that you can heal and look at it instead of continuing to run from it, right? And then the Dragon card is your final energy. This was the 4th card that kind of called out to me. And the Dragonfly talks about being lighthearted and things coming to light, adapting, changing, and healing. Okay, and the word that's sticking out for me is healing. Okay, healing, and then being lighthearted. So once again, not being afraid of change as it relates to love and people in partnerships and people coming into your life. And if you need to take time to heal and to take some alone time, that's okay. But as you're getting back out and, maybe dating again, or people are coming towards you, don't just shut it down based on projection. You're projecting, fears and insecurities from a past relationship. So bringing an awareness to that is going to be very important in 2024 for the single Scorpios out there. All right, that resonate with that message. All right. And so then we're going to, last but not least, the Scorpios who are in a partnership. I'm looking at the energy around that in 2024 and this year. So, Spirit, what about my Scorpios who are in a relationship? You have 2 cards, so I'll take them. And you have the Sun card, okay, and the Justice card. All right. So you have it's Leo's energy and then Libra's energy. Okay, so you may be in a relationship with the Leo or with a Libra, right? Or they may have that in it somewhere in their chart. It may or may not. But the energy around the Sun card just talks about joy, freedom, feeling very good, gratitude, right? So you just may feel really good in your relationship. Justice talks about things coming together, balance. It talks about karma as well, but next to the Sun card, this looks like karmic justice in a, for good, right? So being on the good side of karma. So if you're in a partnership already, you may just feel that way. You feel like this person is like a breath of fresh air from maybe some, what you've maybe come out of in the past. If you're married or committed to this person, and maybe there has been some things that have happened, but you all have gotten through them. You have, balance, and because it talks about things coming back into order, right? So maybe if there was some turbulence, things are kind of balancing out, and you feel really good about it with this Sun card being here. All right, so those are for the partnered Scorpios that are in a relationship. If it's a new relationship, it looks good as well. You feel very free to be yourself with this person. You can speak your truth and live your truth, and they're not taking away from who you are, and that's beautiful. All right, what else, Spirit, for my Scorpios who are partnered? Thank you. All right. So once again, with this healing heart energy being your first energy for those who are in a partnership, and I'm feeling that this may resonate with a lot of newer connections, people, Scorpios that are finding yourself in a newer connection. It talks about healing, right, and freeing yourself from toxic behavior. So what I'm feeling is that you're not bringing this into your current relationship. You have done some work, and now you're connecting. If this is a newer connection, you're noticing that this person is reflecting that, the work that you've done, right? They're also doing, or they have done, is what I'm feeling. With Cupid's arrow, it says, have fun, love is coming, surprise invitation or meeting. Okay. And so if you're already in a partnership, maybe the relationship just feels really good. You might feel like there's new energy, new love energy being poured into the relationship, or you just feel really good, right? Cupid's bow, like how I'm seeing it is like if you get hit with a bow and arrow, right? It's like a shock, right? So maybe you're shocked to find that this person is, wow, I didn't think that, this would be my person, or I can see myself growing with this person. It feels really good, right? So I like that. The sunglasses card talks about perception, right? How you're looking at things. So if you're in a partnership, just making sure that you're looking at you're open, right, to seeing things from your partner's perception, seeing them, and then they're able to look at them and understand them from your perception as well. Okay. It can also talk about gaslighting and being not seeing things as what they really are. Someone maybe being manipulative. Okay, so watch that as well. I hope you're not in a partnership like that. But overall, what I'm feeling with the sunglasses energy is just talking about perception, right? And being open to understanding, especially with the other cards. That's just making sure that you're being accountable, right? I'm feeling that too. Taking accountability for your actions and what you're doing and how that affects your partner. And then also being able to listen to their perspective. Okay? So that's what I'm feeling with that. So I hope that this reading helped. I hope it inspired and uplifted. It uplifted you. Once again, if you want to be a part of the family, please subscribe to the channel. There's more readings where that came from, and the more of you that are watching, then that's the, you know, I can tap in more easily to the energy, to just give you, you know, more content, better content. Okay, so until next time, Scorpio, peace, love, and light.